Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. A lot of us are aware of Frankenstein in pop culture, and a lot of us are learning after you've read the book or been online that pop culture got a lot of it wrong. So I'd heard about the truth around the misinformation that pop culture has generated, that Frankenstein is often depicted as a monster instead of the creator of the monster. And to a degree, the creator of the monster was actually a monster, but not depicted in the way that pop culture does depict him. And when I was visiting Scotland with a few of my friends at the time, I'd heard some awful rumors about Mary Shelley, and we're talking about some horrendous things that she had done. And so when it made me not want to read the book. When I was in Bath with a better group of friends, one friend suggested that I read her work, and I just wasn't really a fan. Instead of going to the Frankenstein Museum, I just went to focus on Jane Austen because I love her work. So I really didn't take it very seriously. Then afterwards, I decided to actually do the research, find out more about her, and there's a lot of people who will remind you that she invented an entire genre, and the way in which she came about it on like a challenge amongst friends. I definitely found that this book changed my perspective, because as I was going through the motions, I was initially on Dr. Frankenstein's side, the pursuit of knowledge, trying something different, and then going through the realization from when I was seeing from his creation's perspective, I felt really bad that I'd misjudged this individual. Highly intelligent, well read. There were some books that he had read that I decided I was going to read on my own, just in addition to. So that was really fun. I love book recommendations from books. But there was a moment, like initially I really thought that he was a villain and awful, and I hated him. And I'm not saying that he was perfect. There were some bad things that he had done. And then seeing from his perspective and just hearing the loneliness and the angst and the pain, and this, it was just, oh my gosh, I started crying for the creature. Anyway, there's definitely some spoilers. I'm so sorry. Initially my motto was no spoilers, but I don't think I've told enough. I feel like there's enough for you to actually get the story on, but it was so unexpected. And then I didn't know whose side I was on. I didn't know whose story was more important. And honestly, it did change how I perceive the world. And I'm glad I read it. So, oops, this is the end of it. I didn't have the chapter page, but yeah, Frankenstein.